Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here. What time is it? Brick Call o'clock with 2 packages from bricklink.com. Right, well I'm doing 2 packages today and that's purely because they're relatively small. This one looks quite big but there's not a huge amount of variation inside, I think, if I've got it all right. But we'll start with this one. Nice little box I'll be able to reuse. It's been bashed a bit in the post, but hopefully there'll be no damage. And what do we got? Yeah, I can show you all that. There's no paperwork in there. Oh, it's all sellotape to the bottom of the box. It's a novel way of keeping it from moving in transit. And it's not a huge order, as I say. Oh, but I've got a big bag of stickers to start with. And there's a load of different sets covered here. Wow. So this shiny one to start with is from, well, you can imagine what set that's from. It's from the Friends set, Heart Lake Shopping Mall, set 41098. And I've since actually got a piece with this big, large sticker on that I was going to use as an advert. But I thought I'd get the sticker sheet as well, in case that was kind of in bad condition, but also because I can always have 2 adverts for the same business throughout my city, because it's obviously quite a big city, so I think it'll bear that. And I've got a few mirror pieces for actual mirrors, probably in a clothes shop or something like that, so that's a good one to start with. And now this one I've been looking forward to. So this is one of the recent space sets, 60228. Deep Space Rocket and Launch Control. And there's a few solar panels on the top there. And there's a couple of things saying Launch Control, Testing Facility, Launch Pads. They can be different departments in my space center, because I am planning a Space HQ building. So it'll kind of be like where they do all their research and development and stuff like that. So there's a couple of other good pieces for really big screens. And if I copy the sort of way that these are used in that set, they kind of have a black bit that goes behind these white numbers, showing the countdown, 3210. So only one is sort of showing a figure at once, and the black bit sort of moves to sort of only show one figure at once. And then this round piece goes behind this clear piece. So when it turns, you kind of see a satellite and what's that, like an orbiter, or re-entry module sort of thing, going round and round as if they're in orbit around the Earth. So that's really good fun. So I don't know how much of that I'm going to be able to incorporate into my build, but having these stickers is obviously the most important part. So that's really good. That was £1, that sheet, which I think is really good value. Another one that was £1 was this one, which is from the Turtle Lair Invasion set, 79117. So that's obviously Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I wish I had this a few weeks ago when I was doing my Turtle Lair. But there's loads of graffiti pieces and sort of panels and maps and all sorts. But I've got a graffiti artist going around Brick Nottingham, a young lady with spray cans, so I can have these on the backs of buildings and around my rail line and things like that. No problem. And that'll be her hard at work. So very good, very bright as well. Nice bright colours, sort of day glow type colours. Then I think I've made a mistake and I got this already, I think, on another order. But nonetheless, this is from JB's Ghost Lab, set 70418. And I think this sheet was only 50p, so it's not so bad. But there's loads of bits for Science Centre, control panels. There's even a nice one there that says 3D print, so that's good. Put that pretty much anywhere. And something like that could go sort of on a soundstage or something with the volume cranked right up. And a couple of arrows even on dark bluish grey background. So I'm sure this will be really useful wherever I decide to use it, but I like that one. Then there's this one, which is from a Batman set, Bane Toxic Truck Attack, 70914. And mainly it's just orange panels with kind of rusting bits or scraped metal bits really, I suppose, and vents and stuff like that. A couple of Bane logos. Goodness knows why he has a sort of teddy bear as his logo with evil eyes. But I bought it mainly for these two because I like them with the skull and crossbones on with a kind of minifigure skull head. So that's really good. Ace Chemicals. So I can put them on something rather nasty. Big barrels in my cargo areas or maybe in my harbour. So I like that. That was 50p as well. So I think that was worth it. And then this one is from a Ninjago set. And there's a few that I might be able to use here, but to be honest, I bought it mainly, well, solely, let's be honest, for the skateboard sticker. So the set is Salvage Mech 70592. And I just love the skateboard piece. I kind of collect the skateboards and the surfboards and parrots. No connection, but nonetheless. And this is one I didn't have because I don't really have many Ninjago sets, but that would be great on an orange skateboard, which I got in another order in anticipation. So I've got the skateboard for the sticker. And actually the character I noticed when looking up the details for this is called Ronin, who actually rides this skateboard in that set. And that's the one that I think I've got my pawnbroker shop named after as part of Fast Food Corner. So, yeah, interesting fact for me. A lot of you probably already knew that. Anyway, right, so then this bag here is the main reason I did this order with this vendor, because it's quite a rare piece. It's actually a cloth piece, not really cloth, but kind of, well, I guess it's cloth. And it's the tent from the Polar Accessory set, 850932. And this is quite a hard set to get hold of, and it goes for quite a lot of money on eBay or even on Bricklink. And I was sort of looking at it kind of covetously, wanting one to use in an Arctic setup that I'm planning, because I've been getting a lot of the old Arctic sets for cheap on eBay. And this was sort of an accessory that I didn't have that I really wanted. So although I can't get it to stand up properly now because it hasn't got its sort of structure, it's kind of a normal tent-shaped tent like that for use in the Arctic, in the orange that all those Arctic sets are. And yeah, as part of that set, it cost sort of £20-25 or something like that. But this vendor was selling just the tent on its own for, I think it was £4 or £5. So although that's still quite expensive for what this actually is, it was definitely still the cheapest way of getting it. So I'm actually very happy with that. And it's a bit sort of folded, but it's in very good condition. And if it's folded in the wrong place, I can probably give it an iron with a cool iron to get the creases in the right place. But it's largely there, to be honest. So I'm very happy with that. It's not stained or marked in any way. So yeah, really happy with that. Lots of sellotape. So this order's got very few parts, because after finding that, I basically went through their entire store like I usually would, found all these good stickers, which I was very happy with, but there wasn't many parts that I needed, but I still bought everything that I thought I could use. And one part was this panel piece, which is kind of one of the juniors panels, and this one's from Buzz and Bo Peep's Playground Adventure, obviously a Toy Story set, 10768. And I don't know if I'm going to use this at all or much, but I thought I'd get one to experiment with before I got any more. And rather than do a big skyscraper with this, although I could, because I used that red similar one many times to make a very tall skyscraper, I was thinking this could just be one sort of window or serving hatch of a small business, even in a new modular or something. You know, if you imagine you had two other premises, one either side, and this was a very, very small one in the middle, it might work rather well. So I thought I'd get one, see what it looks like. Not that expensive. Might be able to use it well in the future. So then, let's move that to the back, all these bits. So I can probably go through these quite quickly. A couple of rounded cornered plates in white that I'm going to use for a mock build soon. A bracket piece, a couple of these arm pieces in old grey. Now the reason why I'm getting these, and these actually, before joining these together, I should have attached them to these, because these are the sort of hand pieces, sort of grip onto things, and these are part of the Alpha Team robot diver that I've been building over many previous hauls. So this is my bag of the bits that I'm accumulating for that, and it's based on this very interesting stripy piece. So I'm just trying to recreate that set by buying all the old bits. So I've got that many so far, and now I've got these arms as well to add to that. So very good. Oh, actually I'll leave those out so we can look at everything we've got. Oh, and this is for that build as well, so that's good. Then I've got lots of these lime dinosaur tails. As usual, I'm collecting loads of those so I can do a massive kelp forest under the water. That I thought might be the top of a pillar, as in a sort of architectural pillar. There's some nice detailing. I've already got one of those in another haul. Another bag. Ah yes, a lot of these levers all in black. I've run out of these, and they're very useful for antenna or on, well, robots I've been using them on, and drones and things. And I need a couple for that Alpha Team build as well. Another one of those glass domes. They're always really useful. Little flag piece in sand blue. And, yes. Now, I've already got one of these, but I wanted more than one. And it's a spider, as you can tell, but it's unique to the 70166 Spyclops Infiltration set. And I really love all the Ultra Agent sets, and the baddie Spyclops in that one is kind of a master of, well, spying, as you might imagine from his name. And he has these robotic spiders, which is why they're in this sort of silvery colour, to go and sort of do his spying. So they're literal bugs in that they're sort of listening equipment in the shape of a spider so they can get all about. So I really like those. So I've got two of those now. So I think when I do a goodie base, I'll have these sort of on the wall, kind of as a sort of little hidden Easter egg, and they'll be sort of listening away to what all the goodies are saying. Right, so quite a small haul. That, including all the stickers, that was £15. The majority being this, and then most of the rest on the stickers and a bit on postage. So that's that one. So I'll park all that to one side, move Robin out the way, and get on with this one. So I didn't think that would be enough stuff for a haul video. And this probably wouldn't be enough either, so together it should be enough. Now this order was even cheaper at £14 all in, and one of the cheapest things was an absolute shed load of these large arch pieces. And long-time fans of the channel will know what I use these for. I use them for building up my underground areas with support, because they're just so cheap, these things, and they're really useful at building up large support structures very quickly that won't be seen. And they're 3 bricks high as well, which is a really good height. I'm going to be using a load of these to support my fairground, because I'm actually going to have the fairground supported 3 bricks above a table height, and that will just give me a lot of room to run all my wiring and things like that, because I'm going to have a 100% powered fairground. And I really don't want to have loads and loads of wires, battery boxes, medium motors all over the show, because it's just going to look really ugly. So by having this sort of height between the base, base of the table and the plate layer, rather, there'll be plenty of room to hide most of that stuff away. So I need loads of these, and at about 5p each, that's great value. So here's a bag of bigger pieces. Now I think all these are used, so let's hope they're in good condition. So here's a big one with a sticker on, and that's probably quite a bad start because it's peeling quite badly at that end. You can see that. I don't know if that's going to be salvageable. It seems to have a lot of carpet muck and all sorts of stuff underneath, but it might be. That'd be a good one to feature on our upcoming patented hot tea technique video, the dedicated one. Just waiting on a European order that seems to just not be coming through at the moment for that. But I will get around to it sooner or later. But anyway, this is a very interesting spoiler piece. And you might think, wow, that's a bit big for a spoiler. And that's because it came on a radio-controlled racer, set 5600. And I don't know why I wanted it, really. Just because it was a big sticker with a, what is that going to be, a cheetah on? Yeah, I think it's a cheetah. And I thought it could be an advert for something. I even thought I could put something 3D sort of on here as the other character, or maybe even the product, so that would be the sort of logo. Maybe the product would be 3D coming out of the billboard or something like that. So I thought that'd be quite a good idea. Not sure if that's going to be possible now, but we could cut away all this bent up black edging, and it probably wouldn't ruin the rest of the sticker. So we'll see what we can salvage on that one. I got a couple more of these windscreen pieces that I've used before on my club car for my white train, 600151 rather. And this one has got a sticker from a police helicopter. Now that is actually quite badly damaged and sun damaged. I won't be able to rescue that, but I didn't want it for that sticker from set 7031. I could cut out the badge. It depends if it all peels off well enough. But I've got two of these in case I need to do something similar to the club car. Somebody even said that I should do a second club car. And I said, what, for another train? And they said, no, for the white one. So I'd have two. So I didn't quite follow that logic. But nonetheless, I could have two white club cars. And indeed, they use these pieces as well on that top bit. But I can also use these for skylights. And that's what I probably will use them for on a building, just to get some light into a building with a large flat roof. So that's that. Talking of roofs, here is a piece in old dark grey. You can probably tell. Compare it with dark bluish grey. Quite different. Nasty colour, really. But it's a very nice print on this. It's a corrugated iron roof with loads of sort of rust patches. I don't think that line is part of the print. Let's have a look. Hard to tell. But the fact that it's hard to tell means it probably is part of the print, to be honest. Yeah, reflecting the light off it, it looks all right. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to be able to use these in loads of different places, including on my cargo yard, where I'm going to have some covered storage for pallets and so on. So it could well end up there. Got quite a few of these corner slope pieces just because they're really useful around rock faces, and also as the base of things like statues, because they act as the sort of corner, so you could kind of have four of them together and a pillar coming up from there. I also use them for my tree surrounds as well. So if they're a good price, I usually buy all they've got. So there's 5 of those. I needed that for my caboose, but I think I'm all right now. Oh, and this I need. So this is kind of the inside corner version of one of those, but in white. And it's weird how rare these seem to be, especially with Lego bricks and pieces closed. I need one just for that brick wall at the top of my beach wall, separating the beach from the boardwalk. At the moment, I've just got a 2x2 brick. You wouldn't really notice it, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so that's going to replace that and be in that corner near the old fishing store. So I need that quite desperately. Oh, and here's a really interesting piece, and that sticker will definitely need moving because it's nowhere near central, using my patented hot tea technique. And this is from actually a Scala set from 1999, 3143 camping trip. It makes me kind of cringe, that set. It looks horrible. I don't know. It doesn't feel like Lego at all to me. But anyway, you might think, why on earth do I want that? It's kind of instructions for a campsite. Yes, you can have tents, no caravans. Cooking on a burner but not an open fire. Bikes but no motorbikes. It's not really that side I wanted. It's this one. Ooh, and they've put the sticker on upside down, so it will definitely need moving. And it's a map of well, kind of a campsite, I suppose. And I was thinking of having that at the edge of my fairground to kind of hint that maybe just outside the boundaries of the room would be a campsite for people who want to visit that. So, yeah, I thought that'd be quite good. Kind of shows you a river and a rail track and some walking paths and so on. Or maybe I'll have it up the hill, Major Oak Hill near the castle or something like that. And that one will need moving as well and cleaning up. But yeah, it's a nice big piece, so that's really good. And the only thing left is this bag of little bits. Lots of little bits and some even littler bits in this bag. May as well tip those out as well. So we've got more of those arm pieces that I need for my Alpha Team Robot Diver. And they should and are all in old dark grey. So I can get it absolutely accurate to how it should have been, even though they're pretty horrible. So that's good. I keep saying this. I've got to stop buying these medium trans blue slopes. And I'm accumulating daffodils as flowers, these star pieces the other way up. Some other friends' flowers as well. There's kind of a buttercup type one there and a sort of daisy-esque shaped one there. Some more of these lime green dinosaur tails. And then loads of these. I thought these would go on pillars as well. I've done these in another haul, but there's a load more here. So these combined with these would make very ornate bits for a sort of ornate white building. These are very, very mucky indeed. Hopefully they'll all scrub up. A couple of them are damaged. That one's definitely quite badly damaged actually. But most of them are just dirty by the looks of things. I don't mind that. I wash pieces anyway. Nothing to do with current situation, just because I basically work on the basis that every single piece I get that's used has been in a child's mouth, and that makes me wash my hands after touching them and makes me want to wash them all. So if you work on that basis, then you can't go wrong. So there's two pieces that make up my recycling bins. This one I move. This one is from is a panel piece rather from the set Fire Motorcycle, set 60000. So I put that on the side of a green bin, and then on the top as the lid, I use that one, which is from the trash compactor 70805. So I've got a couple of those. So you can never have enough bins. Yeah, and there's the second panel one, so I've got enough for 2 more bins there. And then I've got a couple of packages. Oh, that one's a bit... it might clear up. I don't know. It's definitely mucky. Don't think about it. So, and there's a brown one as well. So the brown one is from the cargo terminal, 60022, and the red one is from the airport cargo plane, 60101. And I've just been collecting all the different variations of packages so I can use them in my cargo areas, which are going to have far too much cargo at this rate. And then I've got one of those darkest tread plate tiles on the lime green from all the Power Miner sets, like 8961 Crystal Creeper. Normal yellow tile. And, really importantly, this is another thing that made me choose this seller for this package. 2 more underground signs. Yes. From that Turtles Sewer Lair set. I've got these several times, but for each of my underground entrances, I need 2. One on the sort of stairs on the way down, and one on the sort of fencing at the top on the outside. And I'm going to have a second full underground station in the second standing hole. And I'm also going to have at least 2 more fake ones in and around the city as well. So if I need 2 of these every time and they're quite a rare piece, then I really have to buy them wherever I see them. Oh, and I forgot to mention where this one came from. This one is from the set Dino Research Compound, set 5987. And that's another set, incidentally, that Baron von Baron, who's the sort of theme on the brand new Haunted House set, is part of. And that's when they had fantastic character names. like Mr. Cunningham, who I recently got the sort of torso with the tummy hanging out the bottom. And there's Dr. Charles Lightning, who I've got actually flowing in my Zeppelin Adventure blimp above the harbour of Brick Nottingham. And Johnny Thunder's part of that set and that range as well. So really good ones. And there's a female character actually, so just to try and beat Johnny Thunder's name, and she's called Gale Storm. Yeah, awesome name that one, isn't it? Gale Storm. Should have been a weather girl. Right, okay, that looks like two pretty good hauls to me. So it actually turns out that order had all the pieces that I needed to complete my robot diver. So I just thought I'd show you that since I just made it after doing the rest of this video. I think it's pretty cool. The sort of torch and cutting flame thing on one arm with all these controls and lights and so on. And then a minifigure can stand on it, control it with these levers. It's a bit like the sort of robot thing out of the Aliens film with Sigourney Weaver and so on. But yeah, I really like that. So when I do my underwater scene, I don't think Robin will be riding it, but somebody will be riding this in the dark depths. So yeah, I really like that. Oh, and here's the skateboard with the sticker. Excellent. So overall, I'm very happy with those two small hauls, making one big haul. Got my Arctic tent, which I'm very happy with. Another skateboard for my skateboard collection. Lots of parts for my robot diver, like these sort of hand pieces and so on. Subway sign tiles, very good. Lovely map. Advert, panel, spider. Yeah, lots of good things for lots of projects. Fantastic. So if you haven't already, please do support my LEGO Ideas submission on the LEGO Ideas website. The details are in the description below. We are over halfway now, and your vote will still be very much appreciated because we're still a long way off. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be back in the city for another LEGO City update. See you then!